Tell me what you know.
What I know about this park here, come on in with me. Because from what I've gathered, it's all thanks to, not all thanks, but a big part thanks to the Tony Hawk Foundation. Uh, and then big thanks to, you know the dude who, the other guy?
Oh yeah, Mitch.
Mitch, yeah.
Mitch, he stayed like right down the street. I don't know his last name or nothing, but yeah, he basically funded the whole thing. And I've been like up here since.
Wasn't it a
they built
Kickstarter
it.
fund?
Huh?
Wasn't it started on Kickstarter?
It probably was started. No, matter of fact, I believe he went and got a grant for the whole
Oh, yeah.
park. And Tony Hawk's decided, the Tony Hawk's Foundation decided to pitch in.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of this park is a big up to Tony Hawk. Every time I come here, I just hope I see him.
We've been hearing that the city's going to come up, be upgraded, and just like when Comey Young was in office, they started in Detroit. They started downtown Detroit, and they reached out to a couple of city neighborhoods, but never went deep into the city, never into the neighborhood. They stayed downtown. Even with our new mayor now, he's saying the same thing, but what he's doing, he's fixing up downtown first. I do understand him. He wants to bring more money and more people outside downtown. I guess that's his figuring, that he's going to upgrade downtown first, bring more money to the city, and then spread that money out throughout the inner city. You know, I'm hoping that's what he's doing. But just like Comey Young, starts downtown, it ends downtown, and we never see our cities get better.
If it's nothing but the landscape, you know, you go downtown, you see the landscape down there, it's immaculate. As soon as you get on the Lodge Freeway and you cross over Woodward, it's like you in Beirut, you know. So I can't see it because the progression is just too slow, and I don't understand how our neighborhood's progression is slow, but the development of Detroit is so fast. It's just unbelievable to me. But I respect it and I enjoy it because I go down there. But I would like to see my neighborhood or my area where I'm at majority of the time benefit from the development of Detroit.
No one's cut this grass in over, that's 6 months worth, of growth right there. How are you gonna put that skate park right there and then don't worry about cutting the grass around it? You can't even see the skate park from the street no more because of the grass done grew. That should be something put on the city ordinance to stay cut. No one lives, this is not private property. It's just, I don't know, they start a project and they just don't think it all the way out. That's what I'm seeing right now to this project right here. Kids love to come over here, but a would-be attacker could sit anywhere in this grass, day or night, because it's so tall, and do whatever he wants to do. We just need to finish through on everything we start in Detroit, have a long-term, all the way to the end, finished plan, and make sure it happens, and we'll be all right.
That's what I'm looking for. One of the things that actually turned me on to go in this direction with this film was, have you been inside of Campus Martius Park during the summertime?
I have.
You gotta go.
I rode on Belle Isle yesterday, and
That's my next stop.
I tell you, when I rode on Belle Isle, bro, on my bike, I felt like I was in heaven.
Wow.
And I've been here all my life. And I remember when we used to have low-riding trucks on Belle Isle and all that. I'm thankful how they turned it into a state park and cleaned it up because it gives a better environment. It gives a better outlook of not just downtown Detroit, but our natural parks as a whole. But when you can see the change, like I can see the change from where it was and where it is now. I don't feel like people, if you ain't been there and seen it, you are not going to appreciate it. Like I said, if they ain't coming, like I said, why start out in the outer areas when you can start in the area where you can see where the money's going? You know, I appreciated to see people out fishing and it's clean and they got racquetball courts and they out playing softball and it ain't a bunch of ruckus. But they started downtown and like you said, you know, downtown has enough right now. They need to take, at least I would say, if it takes them $5 million, if they can raise our taxes to fix our streets, you don't think we allow them to raise our taxes to fix our neighborhoods?
Motor City Match is one that, myself, that I applied for. Motor City Match is a program that he put together where they seeked out tons of business owners who had buildings that were vacant, that weren't being used, and then they reached out to a lot of business owners that needed space. So you got a lot of space that's in the city, that's where it's not really so much centered on downtown. This is taking it back to the buildings that's in the neighborhoods of the city. So they're giving out $50,000 to a business owner who has a building who needs to rehab. They're also giving out $50,000 to a business owner who needs to get a retail space. So that can go towards inventory, marketing, build out, things like that. So this is targeted, even though Motor City Match, it covers the entire city of Detroit, the goal for them is to get people in the neighborhood. So this is like one of the first steps where you can kind of see a lot of money that's going to the neighborhood and not downtown. So, that's the plan on that.
So basically, what you come up with, they will actually help you match the funds to be able to acquire the building and location that you need.
Actually, they're going to give you the money. As of course, as long as you submit your business plan, you submit, what they're looking for is what they call, community involvement. So, okay, so they give you this money, yeah, you'll open up, yeah, you'll create some jobs, but I mean, can your business impact the community, in some way? So that's why on one hand, they really want you to kind of be more centered in the neighborhood as opposed to the hustle and bustle of downtown.
Well, Mayor Duggan has only been there for a short time. So it hasn't been a whole lot of progress. It hasn't been a whole lot of changes from my job's perspective. Throughout the administrations that I've been involved with, whether it was Kilpatrick or Bing, we still had the same amount of problems where really there's just too many fires in the city. There's just too many killings in the city. There's too much violence in the city, and that has not really been curtailed at all. This administration and the thinking of really this generation of Detroiters has been a lot more inclusive than maybe in the past. Maybe in the Coleman Young era, we might have been thinking solely about Detroit and what Detroiters can do for Detroit. But I think now we think more metropolitan, and I think like one thing, like with the M1 rail, that might be an avenue to bring suburbanites into the city. We can use that type of money and even be able to expand it even further than where it is. Maybe one day in the future, maybe it's going past 8 Mile, maybe going, deeper into the suburbs. And I think that will help not only Detroit, not only downtown, but all the communities within the city. Everyone is very optimistic right now. The future looks bright, and it looks like we have some people who want to do things differently, want to make a change, and I think we have the people to do it. And I mean, I've put all my cards on the table. I live in the city. I've lived in the city almost my whole life. Just bought a house in the city, so I'm here for the long run. I work for the city, and it's my home. So I've got to be in it for the long run.
So, like I said again, you know, if you have a building that's kind of just sitting and is vacant, they'll give you the money to fix it up. New roof, new windows, new floors, whatever you need. And if you're a business owner and you need a retail space, they'll give you money to move in as well. Requirement is you have to stay at the same location, I believe, at least 3 years. You know, and then of course, like I said, again, it has to be in the city of Detroit. So the goal is to get more and more businesses in the city of Detroit, you know, utilize a lot of these vacant buildings, and more so get it in the neighborhood.
How long has the park been here? Like when did they actually start construction? When did the project
Well,
start?
that portion right there is new. They made that part much safer about a month and a half ago.
Yeah, about a month and a half ago. This right here, they just added this about, I say about a year ago.
Yeah, about
A year ago.
Was that evergreen or anti-year that part?
So, yeah, just this part right here, this little bowl section, and that over here was just added like a year ago, and like 2 years ago, the rest of that was added. So it's been a total of two and a half years probably been up here though.
Because I noticed the times I've actually rolled by here, I've never actually seen it empty. There's always somebody here.
Yeah, I mean, the skaters love this place. It's a place where we can go and not really be bothered. I mean, we don't bother anybody, so nobody really bothers us.
Yeah, whatever, you know, yeah. Like I said, like he said, but it's really a good place for the kids to get out the negativity that's in the environment. But this is the hood. So you know what I'm saying?
Anybody seen Lil Wayne up here yet?
Nope.
Oh man, dude, if Lil Wayne comes here, I challenge Lil Wayne to a game of skate.